Welcome to another sales training video from Mimaki Australia. My name's Brad Crichton. I'm the National Marketing Manager at Mimaki Australia. Now today what we're going to be going through is our new UCJV series printer and cutter. Now this product is an LED UV curable ink that we use to print and cut in the one unit. So there's two models. There's a UCJV 300-160 and a UCJV 150-160. Both products are 1.6 meters wide, printer and cutter in the one unit. Alright, so let's go through some of the advantages of this product and we'll go into more details later in the video. But there is three main sales points that I want to run through initially. That is our target point for this product. And those 3 points are: number one is immediate post-production benefits, and this is what we really want to get out there to the market. There's an understanding out in the market now that that's a level of expectation. If we can actually print and then post-process more immediately, and that's exactly what we can do with the UCJV series. So what that means is we can print and then immediately laminate. We can print and even roll back, no drying time, and cut directly onto the product immediately, even cut into the ink line. So they're seriously very good features. On top of that as well, regarding all those post-production benefits, our ink solution for this is totally GreenGuard certified. So you've got all those benefits regarding more of a green solution at that end, so minimal VOC emittance, and immediate post-production benefits. So that's number one. That's what we really want to focus to the market and drive home, that we've got that immediate post-processing benefit. Alright, number two. Now number two is what we've got is just media choice. Now this is where we go into the benefits. Now people understand what we can generally get from solvent solutions to latex solutions. But what we can actually achieve now on the UCJV series, especially the UCJV 300, that's got some extended ink options, and we'll run into further details of that, but is we've got a wide media choice. So whether it's coated or uncoated materials, you can print on your traditional self-adhesive vinyl materials, banded materials, artist canvas, all that type of stuff. But we've also got options of outside the box where other printers and other ink solutions find it difficult. So we can print onto your polyester stocks, your specialty films, like imagine a gold polyester. What about coloured vinyls? Let's just go and try and print on a coloured vinyl. We've got those options that we can apply. So we're changing the game how you can actually provide a print solution to the market. Very important with this product. Alright, and we'll run through the details of that. Number three is our cutting benefits that we can provide. At the end of the day, this is a 1.6 meter wide printer cutter. So that's unique to the market. There's not too many solutions out there with post-production benefits, immediate post-production benefits, and to be able to cut. So we've got to remember that. So the cutting features of this machine are very good, and we'll go into detail. Especially we've got a new feature called ID Cut. So now we can actually put an identification code. Alright, and we can do that on each job, and then we've got a bit of software in the background that auto recognises that code. So it's like reading a barcode. It will cut the right data, send the right data down, then automatically stream for the next barcode recognition, and then source that data and cut. So great automation, great unattended printing and then cutting solution. So they're the things that we're going to go through, go in more detail, and we'll obviously go over more the product in general. But let's get right into that now and have a look at the new Mimaki UCJV series. Alright, so let's dive into the UCJV series. We'll go and open up the latest product guide and let's give you a more detailed run through on this pretty exciting product from Mimaki. Alright, so as discussed, there's the two models, UCJV 300-160 and UCJV 150-160. Okay, so both 1.6 meters wide, roll to roll, but obviously we're a printer and cutter in one. So pretty exciting technology. So what we'll run through, let's just go to the printhead technology, and we'll give you a real basic outline of the two different model options here. So fundamentally what we've got, the 150 series is a single printhead, and the 300 series is a multi-printhead, two printheads. Now these printheads are Ricoh Generation 5, and as you can see there is 4 lines, 320 nozzles per line per printhead. It's a total of 1280 nozzles in one head. We run variable dot technology with the Ricoh Gen 5 printhead, so small, middle and large dot structure, provides great definition whether we're printing in 4 colour or our extended 7 colour ink set. So as you can see there, if we're running the 150 series, we run the 4 colour only ink set. If we run the 300 series, we have 2 ink sets to choose from. One is 2 times CMYK, and the other one is CMYK, light cyan, light magenta, and 2 whites. We'll talk a little bit more about the white later in the video, but that's a general run through of our printhead configuration in the UCJV series. Alright, so let's dive into some of the features. Now, as mentioned in the intro, I still think the number one sort of feature as we've got is we've now got those immediate post-production benefits. So that's seriously advantageous for, signage applications and those type of things, because we've got a printer cutter, but we don't need any drying, any outgassing. We can immediately process, whether that's back to cutting, laminating, and finishing. So that's extremely important. But some of the advantages of LED or LED UV is some of these specialty things that we can apply. Like we can actually do multi-layer printing, which really broadens certain applications that we can achieve. I just want to go into a little bit of detail with that right now, because multi-layer printing, we can go up to not just a 2-layer. So traditionally, you obviously a 1-layer, 2-layer. We can go all the way up to 5 layers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So serious multi-layer printing. And when we say multi-layer printing, we are saying simultaneous printing onto the take-up, roll to roll. All right, so optimum registration, all those sort of benefits. So let's take a look at that day-night printing. So this is the 4-layer option. So what we'll bring up a bit of a video, so it gives you an idea of what's actually happening with this 4-layer printing. So you can actually see that we have a day image and a night image. We actually call this one graphic, two views. But you can see what the printer's doing. All right, so the printer's actually printing the night image first, okay, and then it's followed by a K file. Now normally it's about 25 to 30% black, and then it's followed by a white channel, all right, and then we're followed by our day image. So night, K, white, and day. And you can see what's happening. We're printing all that simultaneously, all in the one pass time. So exceptional technology, LED UV. So let's have a look at the result. So here we've got our one graphic, two views on a LED backlit panel. And as you can see, when we turn on that LED backlit panel, the night image comes through. And you can see the cityscape in the background, the red dress of the lady there. So very contrasting images, but really quite a nice result. So how do we do that? Let's just quickly run through, and I'll bring up a video now just outlining how we apply the day and night image and how we can slightly automate that within Illustrator. But there is a bit of a design process to get the best results. All right, and what we're outlining here is what we do with that black channel to actually get the best contrast of the lady and the dress and the Mimaki logo. So you can see we've actually cut out, we've masked out those in that black channel to give that best overall result. So there is some design elements here that you need to sort of experiment with and see where you're at to get the best results. So here we are in Illustrator. You can see we've got the 2-layer images, day and night, but you can see we can go into this multi-layer option and click on it, and it brings up 3, 4 or 5 layers. And you can see as soon as we select the 4 layer, we get a white channel and a black channel automatically layered in between our day and night image. All right, so what we're actually doing there now, and you can see this, a quick masked out of that black channel to get the best results. All right, and that's what's this process, what we're showing. And these are the things you need to experiment to get a really, really great contrasting result from day-night image. Yeah, so we can preview the work with that preview icon that you've seen just there. So you can view it with light on and light off. And then we can output directly to our designated hot folder, which will then send this file directly into the Rasterlink RIP. Okay, we've spoken about the 4-layer print. Now let's have a quick look at the 5-layer simultaneous print solution from Mimaki. A really, really nice feature on the UCJV 300 series. 5 layers simultaneous printing. Now this is really, really unique. It's all because of our LED UV curing. You simply can't do this on eco or mold solvent or even latex technology. Really, really unique. And let's look at some of the benefits of what it's applied. So think of window graphics. We print on a clear film and we put 5 layers, but we have a different graphic from the outside to the inside of the shop on a window, on a clear film. So really, really nice feature, really nice application for the converter to be able to offer this simultaneously. So we'll have a quick run through of just how we're achieving this result. So we start with a middle layer of K, then we've got 2 outside whites and then 2 outside graphics. But if you have a look closely here, you can see that the outside, the graphic that you look on the outside of the window is in mirror reverse. The one on the inside is a normal print, and that's how we apply the visual. Okay, so let's now check out the improved work efficiency regarding LED UV ink performance. So we're going to check out the ink properties, and we've got a bit of an example here regarding solvent and UV ink. So with solvent, like what we need to do, we need to evaporate those solvents as quickly as possible to actually try and fixate the ink into the product. It needs to penetrate into the product. Now to do that, we have a pre-platinum post-heating system. Most manufacturers do, and a certain heat to create that evaporation. In contrast, UV ink or LED UV, we're pinning the ink from the top. We're not heating any sort of media to actually do that process. So we're using LED UV irradiation, okay, and it pins the ink cured on top of the product. So really, really nice because we're not putting any heat into the product to create this solution. That's why we've got all those benefits, post-production benefits, and also media versatility, all these things. So in contrast, when you look at solvent and latex, how it has to actually put a lot of heat in to create an evaporation. In latex, we're actually evaporating the water. With LED UV, we're pinning it all on top. And this slide just outlines the increased production capacity, especially against the solvent solution. But look, so all that versatility outlines to this media choice. So you can see from an outdoor, soft signage, tarpaulin, backlit, all those type of materials, indoor signs, backlit, papers, poster stocks, Yapo, indoor decoration. Then you've got all sorts of different point of sale type stuff and PET type materials. On top of that, we move to a slide here now that shows the advantages, especially with the UCJV regarding these specialty products. So metallic type medias, silvers, golds, polyesters. You can see what we're trying to put together here that's very difficult to do on other systems. All right, and also this slide also outlining that we don't get a lot of reflectivity of light regarding this system, so also a positive. Okay, so let's take a look at print and cut within the UCJV series. So cutting benefits is obviously, there's a lot more advancements regarding the UCJV, and here we've got ID cut, which we mentioned earlier is a really nice addition to this model. Okay, so what we're doing here, this is a function that enables barcode recognition. So with this slide here, you can see how we previously had to print and cut jobs. We could print all in the one go, but a lot of the time we had to release the job individually, and that's what that cut 1, 2 and 3 outlines. But with the UCJV on the right, you can see that we are now doing more of an autonomous application when it comes to the cut, because we can reference that barcode. So there's a little video that's brought up now. We can print the job with the barcode recognition. We can then laminate. We can put that job back in, and then we can automatically detect the barcode recognition. So what you're looking at here is a quick workflow. One, we can set it up in Rasterlink Plus 6. There's functionality there, the ID cut. 2, we start the printing of the job. And 3, we execute the mark detection. Now it will automatically read that there's an ID barcode reference, and then we can start the process. So you can see this video here, it's detecting the barcode recognition, and now it's automatically referencing that cut data. Now it's referencing that cut data from a software that works in the back end called Cutting Link. Alright, so it will run through that, it will process the cut file. Once it has done that job, it will move on to the next. Now what we're showing here, we're showing a little video here that outlines previously, if we put the job in the wrong rotation, it would cut the job immediately from the software in the incorrect rotation. Okay, now even if we put the job in 90 degrees incorrect, 180 degrees incorrect, it's automatically going to reference the cut data in the right direction and cut the job correctly. So there's another nice feature how that's automated. So with the cutting functionality, you can see here we've got our normal cut and die cut and half cut functionality. All that's here. The overcut, corner cut, all those advancements on our cutting tools, on our individual cutting plotters are here applied on the UCJV platform. So that's really nice that we haven't taken a backward step there. Alright, so continuous crop mark detection. This functionality is really nice and an advancement on the machine also. Whether we're using ID cut or the normal registration mark, we're now got this automatic continuous crop mark detection. It will go and automatically scan across back to the right to find the next mark. So that's a really nice advancement here on the UCJV for more higher productivity. Also, we've got advancement regarding crop marks. So we've got more kinds of crop marks, selectable types of crop marks to suit the job of focus. Alright, so what this slide outlines is what we're doing now with zero margin. And you can just see with the reference of time that we can reduce that time to actually do the cutting functionality because of that zero margin. So a really nice sort of extra feature that Memaki's come up with. And of course we've also got the without crop mark option as well on the UCJV series. Please remember when you use this functionality, it's not as accurate as registration mark detection, but the option's there for quick and short run printing and cutting. But look, a really nice feature, and we've had this in the CJV series, but is our segment compensation cut. Now this is really nice. This is something that our competition really doesn't have, and you can see with the video here how long of a plot that we can apply to achieve this sort of result. So we can apply those longer 5-10 meter print and cut sort of plots and be confident to get that accuracy of registration and cutting. So really nice feature here from Memaki, and that's applied on the UCJV. Alright, quick overview of our blade options for UCJV. You can see at the bottom there our 0030 is our standard accessory blade. It's our most universal sort of blade. But we've got all those other options there for maybe fluorescent sheet, reflective sheeting, even small character cut lettering that we recommend a blade. We've also got ones for more high pressure cutting, blades more durable. So you've got all the options there on the UCJV. Alright, so let's dive into some of the print speeds that we can achieve on the UCJV series. We're going to start with the UCJV 300 series, and what you can see here is 4 colour and 7 colour configuration. So we've got the 4 colour in blue and the 7 colour in green. But before we go over these numbers, let's just run through the DPI options that we can use on this model. Alright, so high quality mode we've got as high as 1200 by 1200 DPI. We've got a quality mode of 600 by 1200 and a standard mode of 600 by 600. And then we've got the higher speed mode, so high speed 300 by 900 and a draft mode of 300 by 600. Alright, so let's talk now about the UCJV 300 4 colour production print speeds. So that's the blue bar that you're looking at on this screen. So we've got a top speed there of 25.8 square meters an hour, and then we go down to 20.6 square meters an hour. Now that mode there, the 300 by 900 6 pass bidirectional, is a day in, day out sort of print mode that our customers are using. Exceptional print quality for 20 squares plus speed. So really nice mode there. Yep, we can go up to those higher quality modes if necessary, but for that 4 colour investment and production system, our customers tend to not really go below that 300 by 900 6 pass, which is a really strong benefit for the UCJV 300 in a 4 colour configuration. So let's take a quick look at the 7 colour print speeds. So that's obviously the green bars there. You can see that draft mode, we go up to 13.4 square meters an hour. And then in that high speed mode, 300 by 900, we're still over 10 square meters an hour. Now remember, we're running CMYK, light cyan, light magenta, and we've got the advantage of running double white. So still nice production speeds to have all the advantages of what white brings on the UCJV 300. So let's focus a little bit regarding the white. Obviously the white applies with a 7 colour configuration. So the green bars there and the production speeds that align means from a 1 layer white print perspective we can achieve those print speeds, which is really nice on the UCJV 300. And not only that, obviously being LED UV, you've got a broad range of media that can be applied and get to certain levels of production speeds. What you're seeing on that video just there right now, that's actual packaging film. So that is an actual packaging film that we're just printing directly onto. So once again, great versatility from the UCJV 300. Alright, so let's take a look at the 7 colour multi-layer print speeds. So this quick slide, you can see the green colour, UCJV 300, and then you can see the mauve colour, which is a CJV 300 Eco Mold Solvent Printer Cutter. So we're quickly just outlining the increase in production speeds because of LED UV. And what you notice there, when we get to the 4 layer, we don't even have a comparison, because Eco Mold Solvent just cannot layer that much. It just cannot dry in time. So lots of advantages here regarding our layering system on the UCJV 300. So now we've got the UCJV 150 series, so 4 colour only. Obviously just single layer, only 4 colours. And we're at the same sort of speeds of where we're at when we're running the 7 colour configuration on the UCJV 300. So a top end speed of 13.4 square meters an hour, and then a very good quality production all day print speed of 10.6 square meters an hour. So really nice functionality, really nice speeds with a 4 colour setup just on the 150 series. Alright, so let's take a bit of a look regarding our ink and some of the features of LUS 170. Obviously it's an LED UV curable ink, but we've got some really nice rubbing and abrasive resistance with this particular product. So on the bottom left there you can see a bit of a comparison. So on the left hand side we've got our traditional solvent solution, and on the right hand side we've got our LUS 170. Now what this test is, we're using a 400 grade sandpaper and pretty much rubbing back and forward 100 times. And you can see with the LUS 170, see it's retaining its colour. We're not actually losing a lot of it. We're not losing a lot regarding scratch or actually a loss of definition of that colour. So really, really nice feature here regarding the LUS 170 and just how good we are retaining that rub and abrasive side. Also on this slide, you can see that, the Green Guard certification emblems there. So the LUS 170 is fully Green Guard certified. So it's a great standard that we've got regarding the UCGV series. So now let's take a quick look at the colour gamut comparison that I've got with LUS 170. So you can see that chart at the top of this slide, comparison between SS21, our Eco Mold Solvent ink, and LUS 170 in the blue. But look, really, we're right on that border of achieving the same colour gamut as SS21, which is a really nice feature. I know there's some areas we've slightly clipped out of, but really to the human eye that'd be hard to notice. But overall, we're probably gaining a little bit more. So really nice sort of feature here that we know that we've got a really strong colour gamut with CMYK. So now let's take a look at the outdoor durability comparison regarding LUS 170. So you can see on the left there's the solvent comparison data, and then on the right we've got our LUS 170 data. So what this test does, you can see that we've got a bit of an ISO standard there, but in really round terms, a 1 year equivalent is 500 hours in this actual test tank that we're doing. And you can see that this tank will provide shower, humidity, temperature, all those things to come to these equivalent numbers. So overall, LUS 170 really stands up pretty well when it comes to outdoor durability. You can see on the yellow channel that because we don't use nickel, yes, we do have more of a reduction. But remember, all this testing is done without any over-lamination. So once you have some over-lamination, you get improvements regarding that durability. Okay, so now let's take a look at our NCU and NRS, which is standard on the UCJV series. So NCU is our nozzle check unit, and NRS is our nozzle recovery system. So really nice advanced features that we've got standard on our UCJV series. So what we're doing here, NCU automatically detects a nozzle clogging. So when that clogging is found, the nozzles can be automatically cleaned and then recovered. NRS, nozzle recovery system, is a great feature where if you are having a problem with a particular nozzle, we can actually map that out and substitute it with a nozzle that's been firing correctly within the system. A really nice feature that you would normally see on much more higher expensive equipment. So between NCU and NRS, we've got a very good advanced feature on the UCJV series. Now let's take a look at Mamaki's MCT, Mamaki Circulation Technology, or on the UCJV it's white circulation technology. So what we're trying to do here is keep that white ink circulated so we don't get a separation of the pigment, and then you start to get a diluted white. Now the way we do that, which is a little bit different to some other manufacturers and some other systems, instead of having the pump away from the damper or the ink reservoir before the printhead, we actually use that pump system within that ink reservoir, so it's constantly agitating that ink just before the printhead. Very important. It actually makes it more reliable, more economical, and we're agitating just that amount of ink before it goes down to the printhead, instead of having to waste that ink between the pump and the ink reservoir lines if you're not printing regularly. So very nice feature from Mamaki's MCT. So now let's have a look at Mamaki's imaging technology, or what we call MAPS. So it's Mamaki Advanced Pass System, and this is our 4th version of this system. Really nice. What we're doing here, we're printing passes in a gradation-like tone. So it's dispersing the ink drops between passes, allowing for reduced banding. Really nice feature this from Mamaki. And then we move into, obviously, variable dot technology. So we spoke a bit about this before. 3 different dot sizes, as small as 7 picoliter to as high as 28 picoliter. So fine definition even in 4 color.
Now, waveform control is extremely precise also. So the way we're jetting ink drops is almost a perfect circle. So really good dot placement and really good technology from Mimaki. Network connectivity. All right, so in addition to USB connection, we now have an Ethernet connection on the UCJV series. So this is really useful. You've got the two options there, but obviously from an Ethernet perspective, you can now network your printers through your traditional networks, and you can run multiple printers off those networks. We also have an email notification set up on the UCJV series. So it can send you emails on status of the printer, so either print start, finish, or error warnings, which is quite nice function that we've got enabled on the UCJV. Alright, so the bundled software with the UCJVs is now Rasterlink 6 Plus. Alright, so there's really two major points of difference here. One, how it accepts day-night printing data. So we have a tool that's applied to Illustrator that enables us to automate that data, and Rasterlink 6 Plus recognises that straight away. And two, the ID cut function. So that is all updated within Rasterlink 6 Plus, so we can apply that special identification marks. Alright, let's quickly just go over the specifications. There's a few points I just want to outline here that we might not have covered. So head height adjustment, we've got as low as 2mm, 2.5, 3mm from Platen. You've got three options. 1 litre ink bottle capacity, maximum printing width is 1610, maximum media width is 1620. Okay, minimum media width is 210 mils. Media thickness 1 mil or less, and the roll weight 40 kgs or less. No special power requirement needed, so it's a single phase, 2 outlets, so no problems there. Controlled environment, always important, so we've got the recommendations there regarding operational environment. We'll just touch quickly on the options. So UCJV series has a proofing light, which is called Proofing Light 160. Now this is for people that are doing a lot of backlit work and want to actually check the quality of that backlit work live during the printing. So it's an LED backlit illuminated light, works really well for that application. The other option is an ionizer. So we do have the option to run an ionizer on the UCJV just for those environments that have a real concern with static electricity.